Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Jehovah. Welcome to War of Rights. It is Saturday and we're hanging out with the UEC. It is week 3 of the Antietam campaign, and the last 2 weeks the Confederates have really mopped up the Union fairly easily, but in that last match, the first one of this week, Union coming out on top. So we're seeing a little bit of that here. Let's look at the teams, shall we? Oh, come on, camera. Stop freaking out. Okay. Sometimes the camera just freaks out. Okay, let's try this again. All right, 8th Alabama, German Legion. You see them there on the Confederate side. Absolutely massive. 18th North Carolina and 56th Virginia as well. That makes up your Confederate Army. On the Union side, we've got 51st New York. Those are the Serpents. We also have 2nd Delaware, as well as the 52nd New York and the 8th Florida. So 8th Florida breaking away from the mighty 88, going to the Union this week. And we see the Empire still together, so this should be interesting. All right, we're about to get ready to start here, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the fun. This is the Miller Cornfield, the famous Miller Cornfield. And you can see there is the Miller Farm in the distance, Nicodemus Hill off in the distance there as well. And this would have been where Lawton's brigade was that morning. And this represents the counterattack by the Texas, or by Hood's division, I should say, going into this field. Now, historically, they kind of went in and to the right, and there was some fighting in the corner here and along this back side. They made it all the way across the field, just about out of the field, as a matter of fact. Some of them actually got out of the field, I think. But it was a bloody mess. Some of the most bloody contested ground of United States history right here. And you're looking at it in video game form. So what are the Confederates going to do on the attack here? We're going to see how good these guys can run formations through corn when they're completely blind. Because they're not going to stop the way that they play just because the old cornfield's out here. And, of course, the Union going to set on this point. Now, there are artillery pieces for the Confederates. Are there artillery for the Union? There should be. Matthews Hill Battery back here. That's just a guy running. Yeah, they got some guns here. Okay. So the Union, some cannon. J.J. Carter over here. So basically, it is when your team doesn't have the point, shoot the point, right? Hey, Smurfin. Hey, Jimmy Neutron, 51st New York. Welcome to the channel. Glad you boys could make it. I was just bragging on you guys. Union with a strong victory in that first match. Your country was at war at this time. Would that be Italy? Because Italy got their independence, or became a country, around the time of the American Civil War. You hear Lumel doing his battalion drill. This is why they practice, right? If you haven't seen that, it's on the channel. If you ever want to see a whole server full of men following in a battalion drill, we've got it on the channel multiple times. Been recording UEC about 2 years. Just a little more, I think. Oh, yeah, man. You don't get to see this kind of stuff in an event very often. But how beautiful. Oh, Paraguay. Well, the guys ready to go. Let's see what the Union does here. So it looks like they've broken up into little pockets. Okay, they don't want the whole Union Army getting destroyed at once. It's pretty smart. And they can respond to each other when they need help. So you got Serpents way back here in the back. Got 8th Florida over here kind of on the left. And then near the point of contention, you've got your Empire.
Let's take aim from flanking here.
And they did represent the largest number of men on the Union side. You can see it's still pretty large. And the Confederates moving around on a flank. I would not expect them to do this as a frontal assault. Let's just get some clips here.
Okay.
Mal nach hinten zum Start durchgeben. Double Time, Fragezeichen oder Quick Time?
Nach hinten durchgeben, Double Time oder Quick Time?
Ja,
Whoa, that'll mess up a pretty line. Artillery coming in, a direct hit. Holy shit. That is not easy to do from way the hell over there. Great shot. J.J. Carter and the boys waking up the Confederates early. Sorry I didn't get to see that directly on the camera. And the Confederates have decided to run for it. Here we go. Todd going to try to get the guys on the flank. Let's see if the Union picks up on this at all. Because right now they're nowhere near the point of contention. Well, but neither are the 52nd. They have moved. They've kind of moved back a little bit. Just waiting for the Confederates to come in, and they want them to come to the point of contention so that they can surround them. And you see right here, we've got a forward unit, part of the 51st or 52nd and the 2nd in the rocks here. They're skirmishers here. And you see the boys want to stay out of the corn as long as they can. They might just line up on the fence and throw volleys that way. It's not a bad idea considering that the Union is just kind of standing there. And you see they're going to have to move closer to the point of contention if they want to keep it under their position and not let the delay get it. Or the decay get it, I should say. All right, so if the Union are kind of clued in to the idea of what the Confederates are doing, they could pepper this fence, but they are going to have a lot of cover. You can see the boys lining up on the fence. That's exactly what they're going to do, is throw some volleys this way. So we'll take a look and see if they can get close enough. The guys are not standing on the point of contention, so they're probably going to miss a lot of these shots unless they accidentally shoot away or know for some reason that they're out here. But they will give away their position as soon as they fire those muskets. Well, I wanted to wait and see if the artillery would wake up, because they could see those flags sticking above the corn. So that means 52nd. The Empire here is not really safe if an officer from the artillery can see that flag. I'd be willing to bet you they could. Is that the artillery? Where is it? It's way back here, right? Yeah, it's way back there. All right, well, not a lot of action early on here. The guys just don't like this map, and you can see, oh, here we go, look at this. He lined them up on the fence as a guide, and they're going to go right into the point of contention. Look at this. So big nuts on the Confederates here. Lumel Todd out in the lead. Just a beautiful formation. Look at this, guys. Well done. Oh, man, look at this.
Copy.
You hear the rustling of the corn. Oh, I know a shot I want to get. Check this out. Here we go. Watch the shot. You know about that, son? Got a cinematographer in this motherfucker. Oh, here we go. They found him coming. And they've given away their position. And the Confederates are going to square up on them right now. Here we go. First blood in the corn. Confederates on the point of contention. Oh, this is deadly. Oh my God, he called off the firing and the volley coming in. All right, here they come in with the bayonet, 51st New York. And here comes the Empire. This is how these maps go right here. This is why people don't really enjoy playing on the cornfield, because it's just a lot of this. And the Confederate line wiped out by an early volley, and now completely wiped out by the Empire. Here comes 8th Florida as well. Well, a Confederate cannonball could really spoil this party, so they're going to have to get off this spot after they stop high-fiving and ass-slapping for that great victory there.
Nice, boys.
All right, great job by the Union there, holding off the first Confederate attack, and they were, you know, being pretty fancy about it. So, plenty of time in the match. 29-25. Confederates almost got the point of contention there with that first attack. And if they're going to march in formation, I'm just going to follow them around because it looks so damn awesome.
Genau, 8. kommt nicht hier rüber, kommt erst in die Formation rein. Dann wird der Laden die Pizza.
Was hast du erwartet?
So what does the leadership think about that?
Ja, die Artillerie, die gerade geschossen hat, die hat nicht ins Maisfeld geschossen, sondern ist darüber explodiert, richtig? Ja. Gut, das wollte ich nur habe ich Ihnen so schon gesagt, aber ich wollte das nur noch mal bestätigen.
Das nennt sich Qualitätsverheizen, Mädels.
Das ist so schön.
Es ist ziemlich cool aus.
Ja, es ist doch ein scheiß Cornfield. Was willst du da für eine Taktik schieben?
Rein?
Ja, mit
Flagma da vorne. Nein, wir machen es jetzt anders.
Harris, ich hätte eine Idee.
Okay, hau raus.
Feuer legen.
Okay.
So schnell.
18. und die 8. Alabama, ihr advance wie ein kleines Battalion, die 56. ungefähr.
So I don't speak German, but it seems to me like Harris was lamenting the fact that they had to play in this cornfield, which he hates, and he may have called him a bitch.
Und wenn die flankiert werden, dann hört die Geschreie der 56.
But maybe not. All right, Alabama moving off in the front.
Quick time.
Ich werde.
Not that I care, not that I care.
Lemmy, ich werde schon von der ersten Runde werde ich schon müde Hände bekommen, einfach Mitleidsbriefen an Eltern schreiben.
I like what they did there. Just walk up to this fence, line up, and just walk in like you did before. Would probably work just fine. And that way you can attack, you know, one unit at a time instead of coming in from the side where you're between units. You could hit the skirmishers first. It'll be harder for the Union to get regrouped in this corn than it will be for the Confederates to just walk up and hold on to the point of contention for a while, if they chose to do so as a large group. That's just my opinion. But we'll see what they do. It looks like they're coming this way anyway. Straight to the front. Lumel Todd in the van.
Richtung
Nordost, 200 Yards im Mais.
Company to line.
To line.
Red halt.
Halt.
Wir sind im Into-Line, Jungs.
Das kann wohl kein Marsch spielen.
Ja, das kann man nicht, aber recht. Kann man mitdenken, alles gut.
Überlege mir gerade, wie wir das hier im Battalion-Style-Gameplay gewinnen können.
Markus, links nochmal da anschließen.
Bodeninvasion und Schmutz, Orbital Bombardment.
Und
right dress, dabei schön die Ringe stellen.
Nicht hinter mir.
Right dress ist zu mir.
18, right dress.
Watch this shot right here.
Ja, jetzt sieht das gut aus. Und shift to the right.
Kaminski noch
Shift to the right.
Das heißt,
Kaminski nach links.
Sind die Reserve?
Kaminski nach
8
links.
Alabama, Feind im Nordosten, 200 Yards voraus im Feld, Feindeinheit, just FYI.
So
Die haben
verstanden.
den kämpfen häufig.
Na dann. Quick time, forward.
Quick time.
Forward.
March in den Tod, Mädels.
March. Hurra.
Darius, du hast
Hat jemand erst Wegis-Pfeife?
Episch mit bei mir ist einfach nur so stumpf.
Remember, if you guys want any of these shots, just rip them from the videos. You're welcome to use them. It's not everybody that gets to film the UEC every week like we do, man. You guys just do beautiful work week in and week out.
Ein Stück nach links. Nur als Vorschlag.
All right, they're marching toward the point. It's the only thing they can really see here.
rechts, Nordost.
Alabama.
And we'll go with Confederates. Into battle one more time.
Achter hoch.
Achte noch, Carolina, halt.
Right face.
Right field, march.
Take aim.
You can see Alabama's already seen the skirmishers. Oh, one volley and they're all dead. Now they've given away their position, but man, they really destroyed that poor little skirmisher unit. The whole damn Confederate army squared up on them. Yeah, absolutely. There were several. I mean, the Union Army was made up of almost 50% of either freed African Americans by the end of the war, or by foreign people coming into the country trying to become citizens. And citizenship for America came with a musket. And so you had a lot of German units, a lot of Italians, a lot of Irish. In America, we let our most poor fight our biggest wars, and so they were all present. Scots, Irish, newly freed African Americans. I mean, everybody was there. Oh, there's a ball coming in, but I didn't see a whole lot of damage. And the Confederates kind of had their flank turned. They're kind of waiting for a countercharge that came. And they're not pointed at the point of contention. Now, none of the leadership is here. And Lumel Todd's going to have to do this on his own. He can handle it. This man knows how to run a battalion, that's for sure. All right, and they're left wheeling. They're going right back toward the point. See how quickly and easily these guys get into position. But once you get into this no man's land here, oh, and you can see in the distance, that's the Empire. First volley coming in. Confederates falling in ranks. They're going to try to give it back. You can see the Union Army coming in. Shows what I know. They look like they're coming together pretty easily and pretty quickly. We've already got 2 units on and 1 coming into reserve here, or from reserve. That's probably your 8th Florida. Pretty big. 8th Florida. Still good numbers for the second battle. And Fritsch bringing them right into the Confederates. And they'll fight over the no man's land. Fritsch trying to sneak in.
Company holds, take aim. Hold, take aim. Right in front. Fire.
Hard to say how many he hit there.
They have 2 companies.
And they're firing at 8th Alabama again. Mighty 88 going head-to-head one more time. 56 pulling back. Oh, and here comes the charge. The Empire on the charge into the Alabama.
Oh my god.
You heard the oh my god. And here come the Florida as well. Alabama getting completely wiped again. Trying their damnedest to get that point of contention, just not able to do it. The Union flooding through the corn and running the Confederates right out of here. Another great defense. So, hey, shows what I know. Toby and Winters, they got this under control. And here come the 18th North Carolina.
Ja, kann ich mir vorstellen bei dir.
Wir sind 9 Mann in der Unterzahl.
Wir müssen zweimal angreifen.
Wer will ja? Into line.
Well, the Carolina was first wiped, being in the center, so they're back first. You can see we got more coming.
Kurze Frage, sind wir into line?
Ja.
20 minutes, and this is a fortress cornfield for the Union at this point. They're really doing it right. I mean, you got this big open area, this no man's land out in the corn. That's the point of contention. The heaviest spot on the battlefield here. And if you're not aware of the history of Antietam, again, the bloodiest single day of American combat right here. And that's not just because both sides were American. Well, kind of. 22 and change, 22,700 something. Almost 23,000 dead. Wounded or missing. I mean, it's pretty gruesome. And if you go to this battlefield, which I intend to in the near future. Hey, Templar. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here. But I plan to try to get out in this cornfield and show you guys what it looks like in real life with the GoPro. Maybe some corn in there, I'm not sure. I know that weekend they're talking about doing some reenactment stuff, so I might even get lucky and get some reenactment footage. But again, it's not going to be great. It's just going to be shooting it with a GoPro. So. But I'm hoping I have access to everything because I may not have access to the cornfield if they're doing reenactments. You know?
Yeah.
But I plan to be there all day, so I'm sure I'll have time at some point to get out there and get that done. My goal... Yeah, so many people for sure. And a good, yep, 22,720. There you go. Just about right. The a good portion of those died right here in this cornfield. So it was just, this was the early attack against Jackson's, you know, Lee's left flank, which was Jackson's corps, and they were just not going to give up this ground. And for the most part, they got pushed back into the woods a couple times, but they were able to push themselves back. And with Hooker getting shot in the foot, the Union attack stalled, and McClellan really didn't back it up. He tried to send guys, I think it was Mansfield, out of the woods, and he gets shot, and then everybody just piles into the damn west woods there, and then counterattacked by the Confederates, rips them apart. And Green's really the only guy that made any progress on this side of the field at all, getting right up into the Dunker Church and pushing into the woods. Confederates with a stubborn resistance. And keeping in mind, these guys on the left flank, they had just fought at Harper's Ferry. You know, everybody gives AP Hill a lot of credit, which is well-deserved, but Jackson's been marched from Harper's Ferry too, including Hood's guys that attacked this field and were denied their breakfast that morning, and they were pissed. They fought like hornets in this cornfield. And I think Jackson asked Hood, where is your division? And he said famously, dead on the field. We'll see if these 18 North Carolina are going to repeat that. Confederates coming in. You hear the huzzah. I don't think they're waiting in no man's land this time. They want to seek and destroy, and they found them. That's 52nd New York, 51st. And the Confederate flag already on the ground, and Toby circling in behind him. Oh my God, 51st, 52nd think they're on, or 56th think they're on the attack, but they're being pursued by predators. And here they come, 2nd Delaware, the Empire. And you can see the confusion. Everybody's lost in the cornfield. 8th Alabama hitting their target. But there's still a whole lot of Empire coming in right behind them. You can see the flags confused. They're running into each other. They're still here. 8th Florida coming in. This could be what saves the Union Army here. Oh, a large artillery blast there. Well, they've done it. They were able to hold.
Good work together. Good work.
I like how this has been the most chill spot ever.
And you hear the Union happy about the outcome there. I am not surprised. And the Confederates, I'm sure Harris is just foaming at the mouth at this point. He's ready to get out of this battlefield for sure.
Unsere Artillerie schließt sich jetzt Infanterie an. Jetzt hat wohl noch ein Teamkill gemacht. Die Art, die ist so nutzlos.
Hey, als wir da vorne waren, da waren aber 5
So.
Injuline gewesen.
Oh,
Das hat Anthony Colonna noch ausgeschaut.
Volle Kolonne kommt über.
Oh, family that fought in the war. Nice, man. Yeah, mine.
Geht mal alle leicht über links.
Mine is a little confused on that because, so down in Chattanooga is where I'm originally from, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Down in the Chickamauga Museum is a rifle that has my grandmother's maiden name carved in it. And her family had been in that area for, 150, 200 years more. And so we're thinking that it might be one of our relatives there, but we don't know for sure. I don't have any actual paperwork that shows me that, but his name is written in the butt for sure. And they were all Cardins, and he actually had the R written backwards. I got a picture of it somewhere. It's pretty sweet. But if my relative fought in the Civil War and it really was a Cardin, then more than likely when the Confederates were there getting men for Missionary Ridge, they were pulling people from the local area, and he probably got pulled in and either got shot and killed at Chickamauga or dropped his gun and said, to hell with this, and went back home. A lot of guys did.
Hey!
Well, here they come again. Tiberius in the vanguard, going to take the 8th Alabama into the hottest spot of the field one more time. Can the Confederates pull it off? Can't hurt too much. They've had 2 weeks of astonishing victories, and we got to stay humble. We got to remember that we can be defeated. And the Union making sure to remind the Confederates of that this week. This is a great tactic, man. Toby is a smart motherfucker. I'm telling you what, Toby and Winters have done a great job here. They just run these little pockets. As soon as one of them gets hit, they all cling together. There they are, Alabama, trying to find the defenders. And here they are. Gonna flood into the Empire. Both sides engaged. Here come the 8th Alabama, 18th North Carolina. And we got Union swinging around. 2nd Delaware swinging back in. Here's Toby's boys. They're going to hit the Alabama in the 18th. And the 52nd coming in. We got more units, more Union than Confederates. That's for damn sure. And you can see it's over now. all over but the crying. We got one guy there. All right, so another failed attack by the Confederates. That was it was a good strong push by the Confederates. It's just that's a great strategy of just having those small little groups because you can't destroy the whole thing at once. And a group comes in to assist another group. It's just a brilliant way to defend this cornfield. And I don't know what you could do to stop that, to be honest. You'd have to isolate and destroy one unit and then back off and then come in again. So, I don't know. Easier said than done. And you guys know the 8th Alabama, no pushovers, and they've been pushing around this cornfield all battle so far. Just damn good tactics, and it's really hard to see as the attacker. The defender has a little bit of an advantage there, being able to wait on you. But what will typically happen in a pub match is they'll get pushed off, and the Confederates will just hold that middle and never let it go. And I'm sure these guys are trying that same thing. But as you can see, the Union outnumber the Confederates quite significantly. So this is going to be a uphill battle. This is pushing a pebble up a hill with a spoon, using only your butthole. Oh, I'm sorry. That was gross. Using only your mouth. Sorry, I got to do something. The Confederates aren't really trying anything right now. I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. I love you guys. I wouldn't want to be in this position either. So we'll see if the boys can get it done this time.
Also wenn wir noch 5 Minuten... Ja, wenn wir 5 Minuten haben, schicke ich meinen Staff Guard zurück, die werden abgeschlachtet.
So, Mädels. Auf ins blutige Husar, hab ich gehört? Blutiger Duryee!
Sterbt mit Ehre!
Und mit
You hear Lumel calling out Tar Heels.
Erstmal durchlaufen, Alter.
And the 18th North Carolina on the way back to the front. Hey, there's Silas. And Mr. Mallow in the front. Guys, looking good. You're looking at one of the oldest units in the UEC, 18th North Carolina. 8th Alabama used to be a part of this group and broke off a long time ago. And it really says something about their professionalism that all these guys can still fight together, even though they were from the same unit that broke apart. I know a lot of units that break apart and the guys just become enemies. And a lot of times we have a hard time remembering this is just a game. And it's a lot of work on these captains. Now this is pretty smart. So the Confederates know that they're kind of right out front. So they're going to send some rounds down range, and they're just going to try to shoot up. Now this is what I thought they were going to do in that flank attack early on. But now they know exactly where they are. They've been hit by them multiple times, so they're going to try to send some rounds in here, see if they can't cut them down. And we'll see how successful they are.
Yeah, their information.
Movement east.
The casualties are like in 100, 200.
Is that
Windows überbracht?
Movement east is probably Florida.
Movement east.
No, that's enemy skirms. Right? That's enemy skirms from the
They are wasting their ammunition.
You hear the confusion? The guys think it's enemy skirmishers. It's actually friendlies.
That's not going to cut
They're wasting their ammo. They're wasting their ammo.
Leadership staying calm.
You shit, aim higher.
I mean, in 2 minutes, Winters and myself, we can help you.
Oh yeah.
Friendly flag down on this left. South, like that.
I don't really see the point of them trying to volley as well. Like, even if they do hit, it's like we're engaged. It's not like they're going to get us down to 7 minutes.
Message to CSA Arte. Commanders are here, not over there.
Easy.
Victory screech.
Well, the Union is not impressed by the Confederates shooting their muskets at this range. And I haven't seen a single guy die.
Field, you know,
Hey, Barrage Gaming, thanks for being here.
A little bit the 3rd Brigade.
Oh yeah, they're shooting us.
We didn't want to advance?
You said they should.
Yeah, I just
advance.
The
3rd Brigade is shift right in our
Yeah, I see that, yeah, that's okay.
What they're calling 3rd Brigade, I call the Empire. Guess I'm going to start changing, call them 3rd Brigade. Check with that with the guys, but that's exactly what I heard them say. May just be a thing for the campaign. 3rd Brigade definitely sounds better than the Empire.
Some for friendlies.
Alright, Confederates got tired over here. They come. They want to seek and destroy, and it looks like they're going to flank a little. Alabama. Juicy Boss out in front. So they're going to try to miss the open area and see if they can't surprise some of these Union. But the Union also on the move. These guys are literally running in a circle around each other. And by the time the Confederates get here, the Union's no longer there. And 8th Alabama in a terrible position. They are trying to hold the point of contention, but they're going to need support, and they're going to need it fast. Because here comes the Florida. And all this gunfire is going to draw the attention. Here they go, Alabama coming in with a bayonet. And speaking of drawing attention, here come the rest of the Federals. 51st New York. And we got more Confederates coming in. No, this is the 3rd Brigade. Swinging around, completely enveloping the Confederates. And they make it look easy with that pincer maneuver.
Florida over here. Florida back here.
Wow, Confederates just no chance. Oh, here, they're still here. 18th North Carolina, Tar Heels. Hitting the Union as they were celebrating. Now, can the more Confederates pour in at the same time? We still got the 56 back here. Trying to find the front. You hear the huzzah. The Confederates are taking losses. But the leadership is in the field. Hogg with the pistol. James Ryan with the flag. And they're trying to kill the remaining units of the Union. And I don't know if the Confederates can hold this, but they've certainly looked like to take it. No, 51st here. Winters with the pistol. And they've done it. Man, that was tough. And Confederates got a good plan there to kind of cascade all the units in. Hit them with one, hit them with another, hit them with another. Rapid succession. And it almost caused the Union line to break, but you can see the Confederate flags laying in the dirt. 3:32 left in the match. They're taking losses. They're bleeding. They're down, but they're not out. They're not giving up. Here they come back again. 18 North Carolina to the front. The Millers own the cornfield. That is their house right out there. The Millers, just about everything else in this area was owned by the Poffenbergers. And if you look back, there's the Eastwood skirmish area. And those are Poffenberger farms out there. There were multiples of those. Their family is pretty large in this area. All the way up until the 1960s. Hell, they're probably still there, to be honest. But I think it was a Poffenberger that ran. So the Dunker Church, just so if you guys don't know this, I don't know if you can even see it from here, way down there. Anyway, the Dunker Church, which is famous, was destroyed. I don't think it was a tornado. I think it was just straight line winds, but it was destroyed in a windstorm way back in the day, and they pretty much took it down to the foundation. I think it was in like the 30s, or maybe even up to the 60s. I can't remember. I get my dates confused, but maybe the 30s. But they had built this little so you could like go on to the foundation and into this store that was built on the foundation of the Dunker Church. And then later, the Battlefield Trust was able to get that land and they're getting more and more of that land, and so they rebuilt the Dunker Church. I think it was it was in the 60s because it was the anniversary. They rebuilt it for the 100-year anniversary of the battle. So just some useless facts there. That's what I'm good at. Alabama charging bayonets, and they're not waiting at the fence. They're coming straight in. Juicy Boss out front again. And we'll go with it. Oh, Yankees being aggressive. Getting up close. That is your 3rd Brigade. Confederates only 124 left, but they got the unit down to taking losses. But breaking's still a long way away. And here come the rest. Alabama, 18 North Carolina able to hold on. Here come the Serpents. 1 minute remaining. And they're doing it. They're bringing them in one at a time. Here come the leadership. If they'll push now, but they can't see it like we do if they can just push them off the point of contention. And here they come. Tar Heels.
What's that?
And the 56th Virginia. And the flag running right for the Union line. Jesse out there to finish him off. Union, they've got a good line here. 8th Florida. And Fritz is just throwing lead at the point of contention. This is going to be it for the Confederates. They're not going to be able to hold this spot.
Yes,
and that's it. 7 seconds left. Another giant push. And I bet if you gave the Confederates 4 or 5 more of those, they'd be able to do it with one of them. Yeah, that was a good, strong push. But that is the end of the match. Congratulations to the unit. To the Union, another hard-fought victory. All right, well, if you like that, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. We're do this on Twitch every Saturday. Come and join. Subscribe over there. Be part of the fun. Until next time, my name's Jehovah, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.